Hi, my name is Lindsey Whitney. Today we're talking about the facts versus the clickbait in the NAR real estate settlement coming in June of 2024. So here's the first myth. 6% commissions on buying and selling a home is now gone. That's not true. The fact is that commissions have always been negotiable in the real estate transaction. You've always been able to negotiate the amount of commissions being paid as a seller. Listing agents and sellers can continue to offer compensation. It will just now be outside of the National Association of Realtors affiliated MLS. Also, myth number 2, sellers no longer need to compensate buyer's agents. That's not necessarily true either. Offering a buyer agent compensation or concession is a choice made by a seller in consultation with their listing agent. It's always been that way. The seller still has the power to decide whether or not to pay an agent bringing a buyer to their home. The commissions have always been negotiable. Addressing the next myth is that buyers no longer need a buyer's agent. This will be the furthest from the truth. Buyers are best protected by a professional real estate agent. Real estate is not intuitive. It's difficult. There's a lot that goes on. I know that the public thinks that all we do is find a house and write a contract and fill in the blanks, but that's so far from the truth of what we do to make sure that our buyers have the best buying experience and are protected along the way. So when making one of the most significant financial transactions of your lifetime, as a buyer, you deserve a trusted advisor to guide you through the process and represent your interests. Will this settlement change the way Americans buy and sell homes? Honestly, there's going to be some change on the agent side, but from the buyer and seller perspective, I think a lot of it's going to feel the same. Sellers have always had the opportunity to negotiate commissions. They've always had the opportunity to list a home by owner. They've always had the opportunity to make the decision to hire a professional or a discount agent. Those decisions have always been there. This is going to be a paperwork change on our side and a perception change on our side. Commissions will no longer be shown in the MLS. Buyer's agents are going to have to do a little bit more work, which I think is fine, and I think it's okay, and I think it's going to add a new level of professionalism that this industry has needed. So I don't think that these changes are going to change the way that we buy and sell homes as a whole. I think on the agent side is where we're going to see the most change, and on the consumer side, it's going to feel roughly the same, with the exception that a buyer needs to know what a buyer's representation agreement is, what it means, and what it ties you to when you're signing it with an agent. And we're going to talk about that. So stay tuned on the next couple postings or the next couple weeks, because we've got a lot of information we're going to unpack.